1st of April 1943, the tramp tour was started. We removed the stove. We knew exactly where it was going to be. Of course, we'd been helping to clear all the trees away from the compound beforehand. And this is where it all started. My job principally was keeping the corridor clean, and we had made special brushes out of Red Cross string so you could get all the grains of sand up that was spilt when the penguins spilt sand, and every 2 weeks we scrubbed the corridor to make sure it was clean, absolutely clean.
Where did you wash all the sand to?
Down into the wind, knocked holes in the corridor floor. The Germans didn't like it because it made it for the ferrets, because when they crawled under the hut they got wet.
And
Sorry.
And how did you choose who it was who was going to go down the tunnel that night?
Well, it was the first 50 were those who stood the best chance. Many of them had been out before. They could who were fluent in German in language. Quite a lot of them were, shall we say, the Allies, the Poles, French, Norwegians, and Dutchmen. They knew Europe and had a better chance of getting away. And then the remainder, the 150, were drawn out with lots. You took your chance what number you were. Fortunately, I was not in the first 200.
You say, fortunately, you wanted, fortunately because of what happened
yes,
in the end.
In the end.
But at the time, were you hoping that your number
yes,
would come up? And what number were you when you were eventually drawn out?
215.
So you were due to go
the next time.
The next time.
It was hoped that it wouldn't be discovered and that we could seal it up and everybody could get out again. Another 200 after that.
And can you describe a bit the night of the escape, sort of where you were and what was going through your mind when you knew?
Well, as a permanent resident of 104, we had to change places with the lucky 200 at that time, and we occupied their beds, and it was on a very organised system that by dribs and drabs we exchanged places. It couldn't all be done en bloc because that would have raised suspicion. And then everybody was sort of on tenterhooks all night, waiting for it to happen. Not very few of us actually had a full night's rest until the shot was fired about 5 o'clock in the morning. We didn't know what was happening in the block, those who was outside.
But when you heard the shot, you knew that something had gone. Yeah. And what happened then?
Well, all the guards rushed in and they did a complete search of each block, and those of us who were in the wrong block were paraded outside 104 when it was snowing. And we were just kept there until midday, and then they had a full roll of everybody on the parade ground. And we were allowed back in by room under guard to take any perishable foods and change of clothing, and we were barred from entering the hut for another month while they searched it and destroyed the tunnel entrance.
And how did you find out what had happened to the men who'd escaped?
Well, the commandant called him, the senior British officer, Captain Massey, and the interpreter, I was swaddling 30 initially had been killed while they attempted to escape. Nobody was wounded, they were all killed. And then for odd days after that, a list kept coming in, another 5, another 10, until